Alright, welcome back to this channel again today. Good afternoon everybody, I'm Timothy. Alright, in the previous video I did before this one, I explained what analysis is, and I told you guys that we're going to be going over to real analysis. And today in real analysis, we're going to be using the real line. Here is 0, here is positive, and here is negative. And you also know, I also like to tell you in this video that whenever you see something like this, x greater than 0, this means this implies that x is what? Positive. When you see x less than 0, this implies that x is what? Negative. When you see x equal to 0, this implies that what? X is equal to 0. And I want to ask you a question again. This question says, is 0 a positive number or a negative number? The answer to that question is what? 0 is not a negative number and is not also a positive number. Not 0 is a neutral number. Now I want you to look at these three things. And you see them on the board and you don't know that this is actually what I'm going to be doing today. So now, let's pick any two numbers from this real line. Let's say you pick 1 here, you have 2, here is 3, here is 4, down till infinity. Here is -1, here is -2, here is -3, here is -4, down to infinity. Now, what does real analysis tell you? Let us check the relation between any two numbers we pick from the set of real number. Let's pick 1 and let's pick 2. Now, real analysis will now tell you that between for any two numbers you pick, one of these must hold. One of these must hold. It is either the number is positive. Okay, let's go with one number first. Let's pick 1. Now, real analysis will tell you that for any number you pick on the real line, one of these must hold. Now let's see, we pick 1. 1 is greater than what? 0. 1 is greater than 0, meaning that 1 is what? Is positive. Do you understand that? Now let's pick -1. We see it here, it is less than what? 0, meaning that -1 is what? Negative. Let's pick 0. It is equal to what? It's equal to 0. What does it imply? That 0 is equal to 0. 0 is not negative, 0 is not what? Positive. Now, that is for any one number we pick from the set of what? Real numbers. Now, let's go over to picking two numbers. We'll go over to picking two numbers. We pick 1 and 2. It also says for any two numbers we pick, this must also hold. Now, but it is not going to be with 0 again. It is going to be with the two numbers we picked from the set. So we picked 1 and what? 2. You see that 1 is less than what? 2. Let's pick 2 and 1. We pick 2 and 1. You see that 2 is greater than 1. Okay? Let's pick 2 and 2. We see that 2 is equal to 2. You see that? So meaning that for any two numbers we pick from the set, this is going to hold. This must what? Hold. Now let's look at three numbers. We pick the number A, B, and C. Let's check something. How are we going to do this? We say that we check the first two first. If A is less than B, if A is less than B, this simply means that A plus C is also less than B plus C. Do you understand that? Now, if A is bigger than B, this implies that A plus C will be bigger than B plus C. Do you see that? Now, the last one is if A is equal to B, this implies that A plus C is equal to B plus C. You see that? That is for any three numbers. Now, I want to relate this back to real life now. I want to relate this now to real life. Now, this one says for any, okay, now, for any one number picked from the set of real line, this must hold. Yes. Now for any two numbers picked from the set of real line, this must hold. Yes. For any three numbers picked from the set of real line, this must hold. Yes. Let me start from two numbers. I pick a number A and B. A and what? B. If A is bigger than B, okay, A can be bigger than B. A can be less than B, and A can be what? Equal to B. Now let's just go over to the real line. If I pick 1 here and I pick 2 here, just like what I did here. If I am standing here now, if I am to be standing here, and the other person is to be standing here, there is a relative distance between the two of us. You see that? And that relative distance is what? That relative distance is what we are checking with this Am I making a sense? So now, oh shit.